Hi, I'm retired Navy SEAL Chris Sajnog and the author of Navy SEAL Shooting. And one of the top 20 most frequently asked questions I get is, what's the best firearm for home defense? Now start your timer as I share 5 areas to consider when deciding on the best firearm for home defense in today's 5 and under 5 FAQ.
Joining me now is retired Navy SEAL Sniper, Chris Sajnog.
All right, so when it comes to home defense and having a firearm for home defense, this is really a tricky question and there's really not one answer I can give, but I can give you these 5 things to consider when deciding what's right for you in your home. All right, so point number 1 that you need to consider is, what is your ability to actually train with that weapon system? Like if you think that you're going to get a carbine, an M4 type weapon, but you don't have a range that you can shoot that at, well then that's not going to be a good choice for you. If you don't have any range that you can train at, well then you need to think about maybe a firearm isn't right for you, and I've talked about that in other videos. You need to consider your ability to train with that weapon system, because if you can't train with it, then it's not going to be able to help protect you or your family. And you may be better off not even having a weapon in your home. So think about that. Are you able to train with that weapon? Are you able to get to a firearms range where you can shoot that gun? So consider that your number 1 priority before thinking about any firearm. All right, point number 2 that you need to think about is, are there other people in your home, such as children? So I have children in my house. I have 2 boys. I have my wife. So I need to consider the firearm that I'm using and even the ammunition that I'm using when it comes to deciding what I'm going to use for home protection. And you need to do the same thing, because certain firearms, certain ammunition you can use around people safer than other ones. So take that into consideration. Are you home alone, or do you have other people in that house or that building with you? All right, so next up, the thing you need to consider is the construction of the building that you're in. Do you have adjoining walls with neighbors, or what are the walls made out of inside of your building? For instance, I have my kids obviously sleep in another room, but I know what those walls are made out of. I know my firearm, and I know the penetration that the rounds I'm using will or will not make inside of the house. And you need to make sure you consider the same thing when deciding on your firearm for home defense. All right, so number 4 is the interior and exterior distances that you plan on defending your home in. So if you have a very small home, say you're in New York and you've got like a walk-up that there's only like 500 square feet, well, you probably do not need a long gun to protect yourself and your family in that situation. But maybe you're on a big mansion, maybe you're in a farm and you have a lot of distance that you need to protect or you want to protect. Well, then maybe a carbine or a shotgun might be better in that situation. But the key thing is just to consider it. What distances will you be needing to shoot at, or what distances won't you need to shoot at? Like if you don't need to shoot 600 yards, then you probably do not need a sniper rifle for home defense. All right, number 5, and if you have kids, this is really one of the most important considerations to have when it comes to home defense is, where and how are you going to store that firearm? Again, I have 2 young boys at home. Well, they're not so young anymore, and I've taught them about firearm safety, obviously, but still, I don't want to risk it. All my firearms are locked up. I had a plan for how I was going to store my firearms, and you need to make sure you do the same thing before you even consider having a firearm for home defense. All right, so that is it for today's FAQ. Remember to take those 5 items I shared with you into consideration before deciding on the best firearm for you. Please check out my other 19 5 and under 5 FAQ videos to continue paving your path to perfection. Hey guys, if you like this video and you want to learn more, I put together 20 videos with the best training advice I've learned over the past 25 years of training others, and I want to give those to you absolutely free. Just click on the iCard that just popped up or go to chrissajnog.com/free videos, and I'll not only send you those 20 free videos, I'll also send you a free PDF copy of my New Rules of Marksmanship Manifesto, which is the framework for everything I teach. So here's what I want you to do right now. click on the iCard or go to chrissajnog.com/free videos, and I'll see you on the other side.